Yes, rapping, a respected, artist within the music industry, been in the game deep and heavy for a while. We just want to know some of the smokeified tips that will keep you around in the industry. So this question is, what are like some of the three plus sides of the music industry that you've endeavored in your career so far?
I think it's the people you touch with your music. You know what I'm saying? When people maybe come up to you or they write to you and say like things similar to, I've been listening to you for so many years. You've inspired me to do what I'm doing now. Or things similar to, I was unfortunate to be in jail for how many years, and this CD or this song got me through this year or got me through this hard time. And just the happy faces and good energy that you receive from fans, being on stage, writing a tune in your bedroom and producing something in your bedroom, then it goes out there into the world, and then you're seeing thousands, hundreds, just saying the lyrics, reciting the song and dancing to the music. Things like this, I think, are very inspiring and make you want to carry on, Yeah.
So what would you say, like three downsides, within the music industry as you've been heavy in the game, just things to look out for, just general tips for, people in general?
I think a downside to the game is that you have people with extraordinary talent who might be as good as or better than people who are out there already getting a shot. But these people cannot be seen or heard of because we all know that music and the music game is basically believe, love it or lump it. It's about who you know. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the downside. Another downside to music, I would say, is it's a downside and a good side, but I think when music was available years ago, say I used to sell thousands of vinyl, you know what I'm saying? I used to sell thousands of vinyl, and obviously as times come along, we have internet, we have downloads, we have different things, so obviously music is not selling as it used to sell back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Artists, doesn't matter who you are, you definitely did sell more albums and singles years ago if you have been in the game for time. So I think that's another downside, but obviously the other good side to that is it makes it more accessible.
Okay. So you heard it first, man. You heard that there. So you got a project I heard you talking about with Gets coming out very soon, I do believe. It's a joint project. When is that coming out, and what does it sound like, and what kind of features can we expect on there?
There's no final date for it. We're obviously having meetings at the moment to see who does give us the best push and best opportunity. So we're still having meetings, but hopefully you will be able to see some of this work before the year's ended, maybe the end of November, maybe mid-December. You'll be able to see some of the work that we've done together, and hopefully a release next year, early next year, maybe February or so. And features, there will be features, maybe obviously the Rough Squads, Kanos, just the people who are around the scene. We're not gonna have. We more wanted to bring through unnamed artists. You know what I'm saying? I won't say unnamed, but unknown. Sorry, that have great voices, great songwriting ability, but are not yet recognized, to help bring them through and to showcase other people's talents. You know what I'm saying? Because if you can make great art with some of these people, what will happen when you reach the next level? You know what I'm saying? With people that already have made their names, and it's just about creating opportunities. And the music on it, I would say, I can't generalize it. I can't call it grime, I can't call it pop. You're gonna hear it, most of the songs you'll know it's a rapid kind of song, but you might hear some real instruments on them, some electric guitar, some pianos. It's one word to describe it is like really deep and epical, you know. And for me, it's real music, and it's some of the best music I think that I've made in my life. I feel I've progressed, and I think I've evolved, and you'll hear this from this CD.
Okay. Also, I just wanted to know right now, I was recently, I went to the Jammer's Dungeon for the first time, and it was pretty crazy in there looking at the iconic dungeon of all the graffiti tags on there and all the artists' names down. I just wanted to know, as we got Lord of the Mics coming out, what was like your favourite Lord of the Mics clash of all time? Because I remember saying to Jammer my favourite one was the Scratchy Footsie clash. I really enjoyed that one. So I wanted to know, what was your favourite one out of all the DVDs up to this point?
I think it was Wiley and Kano, because everyone knows what Wiley could do, and everyone loves hearing Wiley MC because of his ability, his tightness, his ability, and the content of his lyrics. And Kano was the new up-and-coming man who was also had crazy flows and was exciting. So for me, watching back, I really enjoyed Wiley's one-liners and the energy he was bringing, and I really enjoyed Kano's flows that he was bringing, and the movement, and it really seemed like it was heartfelt. So that clash was a great one for me, from two titans, man, in the game.
You heard. Want to know what was like your favorite song that you've made of all time, out of a rapid production you've made of all time?
For me, my favorite production that I've made, I don't know if it's the best, but one that gets my heart and makes me go mad is a song called I Am From a Place, and that's featuring Maxwell D. So if you go YouTube, type in I'm From a Place, Russ God featuring Maxwell D. It's a grime hit, and it's just a crazy song, because I made it. I was influenced by a Wiley track called I Will Not Lose and No We. I sort of emulated the drum patterns, kind of, but put it in my own way. And that Wiley track, those Wiley tracks there, it's the main hook. The main hook. What I mean by hook, I don't mean lyrics. I mean the main instrument in the song was the violin, so I tried to keep that feeling, and I went deep with the violins in that song. Like, it's a heartfelt song, you know what I'm saying? It's grime, hard grime, but it gets me, and every time I hear it, it touches me. So I'm From a Place, I think is one of the best tunes I've made, personally.
Okay, I just wanted to ask you, I think it's a quick question from myself also. Do you have plans to, there's an artist I heard of, I do believe he's signed to Tinchy's label, Maverick. Yeah, I do. I'm a fan, as the up-and-coming, young artist, I'm definitely a fan of this kid. Just wanted to know, do you happen to be working with him on any current tunes?
Well, Maverick, I've engineered and made a few tunes with him. There's actually a great tune that I've got with him. It's not grime, it's very different, and I'm actually doing my little melodies on the hook. If you want to call it singing, you can call it singing. If you want to call it rapping with melody, whatever, but it's nice, some great harmonies in there. And yeah, but at the moment, from what I know, I think there was like Maverick had little things, personal issues going on, so they sort of parted ways. So at the moment, they still do music and they're still cool, they speak, but I don't think he's with that label. He's got other situations going on. But yeah, like, it's always good to hear the youngsters, the youngsters of the future, and Maverick has always been very, very, very good for his age, and he still is good, and I'll be working with him until I stop making music.
You heard, so look out for Maverick, man.